I'm Samantha O'Keefe, and we're on Lismore in Greyton. We are drinking the Lismore Estate Reserve Chardonnay. It's my pride and joy. It basically expresses everything that I do here on this farm. I drove down an old dusty road in 2003, and this was an old apple farm and dairy, and there were dairy cows grazing on these steep slopes that you see. And we could see vineyards here. And so we planted vineyards where no one had ever commercially grown vineyards before, and Greyton is now a wine of origin because of what we've done here at Lismore. Lismore was the name of the farm from 1830, and it means great garden in Gaelic. And I'm O'Keefe, I'm of Irish background, and my kids are Keenan and Quinn, two Gaelic names, and it just seemed like it was meant to be. The soils are shale over clay. I mean, just look at that. That's millions of years of compressed clay, 1.5 meters below the level. You've got beautiful clay that holds a lot of water, and so these vineyards don't get any irrigation. And it would grow beautiful Syrah, it would grow beautiful Viognier. But because of my background in California, I decided to plant a lot of Chardonnay.
What did you do there? Obviously you made wine.
I didn't, actually. No, I didn't make wine. I went to University of California, Berkeley and studied development because I wanted to work for an NGO and change the world. And in the end, I ended up through sort of life choices working in television in my 20s. At about 29, I realized that my life was really off track. And so I quit my job and left and found my way to the top of a mountain at the bottom of Africa making wine.
Did you study it then?
No.
What? Are you a self-taught winemaker?
Yes. With a lot of help from my friends, yes. And that very first wine that came off these vines, I knew that I had something unique that tasted like nothing South Africa had ever grown before. It's not just that it's cool climate. Cool climate can encompass maritime climates, which have, close day and night temperatures. Now, the Himalayan Ardor is more maritime climate. But this diurnal temperature shift, these slightly warmer days and very cold nights give us a really low pH and a high natural acidity. But it's not just that. Without being too geeky about the technical part of it, the low pH inhibits some of the malolactic fermentation, so it retains as like green appley acids, And it also is a wine that ages really well. When you have a low pH like that, it keeps in the bottle and it just actually opens with time. It starts quite austere.
What makes a good wine?
Balance, I think. If any one particular thing stands out, then, you have a problem. You don't want the alcohol or the sugar or the acid or anything to stand on its own. You just want something that's harmonious. I think that only recently did we realize that this experiment worked. And, it takes a very long time in wine to decide if it was a good idea. I'd planted these vineyards and I feel like the world sort of watched through their fingers to see if this train wreck would be a disaster. And around 2015, I think there was a bit of a unanimous thought that this was a really great place for wine. So I feel like I'm at the beginning of that part of the story where I now settle in, consistently make great wine from these vineyards. I want to actually now just enjoy the ride and enjoy making the wine every year and selling the wine every year and drinking the wine every year.
And most important.
My boy. I know. I love you too.